Hey guys! Whoa. Oyster here. And, gonna be LPing the Robot Masters anyway, of Mega Man the Wily Wars, known as Rockman and Mega World in Japan, for the Sega Genesis. Probably go through the first 6 Robot Masters of Mega Man 1, because Doc Tree didn't post a boss condition for Shadow Man. So while I wait for him, I'm just gonna do this. Basically, all this game is Mega Man's 1 through 3, redone for the Genesis. It was only released on the Sega channel in the United States, but it saw cartridges in Japan and in Europe. And there's quite a few differences. Rockman Mega World, okay, this is the Japanese. I will switch over to the English version when I hit Wily Tower, because there is text and I'm too lazy to translate. I'm working on Super Adventure Rockman and Mother 3. What's option mode? I never even... Oh. Yeah, that's useful. Fuck you. Here we obviously have Rockman, Rockman 2, and Rockman 3. Yeah, sure. And it can select, and once you clear all 3, Wily Tower will be showing up here. And Wily Tower is fucking awesome. And it has my favorite boss fight in all of the Mega Man series in it. So I'm really excited to get to that. But first, for this video anyway, let's just go through the first 6. I also like the music. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing conditions. I'm not going to be doing the editing I do with my normal Mega Man videos, namely because I've already LP'd Mega Man 1. And, oh my god, what are my buttons? Whoa. Now, there's fire. Whoa, there's that. There's jump. I don't like this. It's opposite of what? Damn it. Alright, sorry about that delay thing. Yeah. The buttons in this game are a bit different. Like, I set up ABC to be normal, but, they were backwards from the NES control scheme. So, I don't like that at all. So I changed it. Yeah. And in the meantime, I'm getting raped by these frog hopper dudes. Thanks for that. So yeah, no conditions, no editing. Basically, it's just a straight run through, because I've already LP'd this game. And pointing out the differences. That's all it's going to be. And mostly, the differences are obviously updated graphics, updated music. Little difference there, you can run under that in the NES one, that lowest platform. Timing differences, definitely. But, you know, you only notice timing differences if you're a gigantic Mega Man nerd like I am. So yeah. Obviously they updated the Sniper Joe sprite to look more like the Mega Man 2 version. Which is kind of cool, because I believe the Mega Man 2 Sniper Joe had the best sprite out of all the Mega Mans. And that is why they use the... Jesus Christ, shoot me. Or jump, that's cool too. And that's why they use the Mega Man 2 sprites in the Game Boy through. Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me. Fuck no. No, 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 no. not gonna deal with that. Come on. Fuck you. Anyway, this part is basically the same. Annoyingly the same, actually. But hey, it's Bomb-Man stage. Now this part, I actually don't know if... See, yeah, you can't outrun those guys in the NES version. They spawn too quickly. And obviously you can in this, which I find amusing. Let's see if this goes the same. Oh, this does go the same. Huh, whoa. Too close for comfort there. There we go. I've actually only played through the Wily Wars, or Rockman Mega World, whatever the fuck, a couple of times. Whereas I played through Mega Man 1 over 30 times. Let's just leave it at that. So really, some of these differences, like, I may have known in the past, but I'm really just seeing them for myself. Noticing them and pointing them out as I see them as I play this. This is obviously the same for the timing. Oh shit! Actually, maybe you could have gotten down there. I don't know. Anyway. Obviously, Bomb-Man sprite was changed to look a little more stupid. He has less of a face. And he just jumped on me and I died. Because I'm retarded. And I should have run under him. Let's see if that works. This does not work. Just dropping, you'll get hit on each screen. It does work on this. It does not work on the NES. Huh. Go figure. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, Bomb-Man was changed to have less of a face and more of a body, I guess, which I don't like at all. And his pattern is definitely harder, holy shit. I can regularly beat him without getting hit, because he never really jumps on you in the NES one. And his pattern is definitely more erratic in this. Cutman, I remember especially, is much harder in this. Simply because they doubled his defense. In the NES, he takes like 4. He will never do that in the NES version. Never stand next to you and throw a bomb. Anyway, yeah, Cutman takes 4 lines of damage per pea shooter shot, per plasma buster shot, in the NES version, and in this he only takes 2. So they severely upped his defense, and that's really annoying. Obviously, I have save files for this instead of passwords. Although, this game never had passwords, so the save files are a welcome addition. Not really sure why they kept the point system in. But, you know, they kept the point system in an Anniversary Collection, too. Even though it's incredibly worthless. Obviously, this game does not have a select button. However, I'm not hearing the really... Oh, never mind. They just cut out from time to time. They're really annoying platform sounds. But because this game does not have a select button, it has no in-game pause. And so therefore the glitch is not exploitable. Which is, you know, just fantastic. Hunky-dory. That platform needs to come over here. Never mind, I can just jump into the pit and then respawn and then... Boy, I'm sucking. In the NES version, I know this because I just played this game. If I go like that, if I race through and then jump on that platform, the platforms down here will be synced, so I can easily jump on them on the first pass. And it's not looking to be the case, which is interesting. Yeah, it's definitely not the case. Those are not synced up at all. Maybe if I wait one pass before jumping on the top one. Wow, frame rate issues, alright. Alright, don't jump on it now, wait for it to come back. At least they changed the sound effect for the platforms. So, they're not as god-awful annoying as they were. Which is nice, I appreciate that. Where's the platform? Alright, this is looking closer to what it should be in relation to the NES. Come on, don't die. He went and motherfucking died. Game motherfucking over. And it shows the score. That's kind of nice. It doesn't show the score in the NES. Save the file. Continue. At least I'm in the beginning of the level. I appreciate that. But seriously, I'm getting a game over in the fucking second level of a Mega Man game. There's something wrong with that picture. Don't jump on that one. The timing isn't off. Like in the PSP version, Mega Man Powered Up, in the classic mode, which I guess isn't the classic mode, it's the original mode. Classic mode is the new PSP game remake thing. I just stupid, I don't know why I named it that. In that one, they changed the point where the platforms go down. They moved it a little to the right, so it's not at the very edge of that platform. It makes it really hard to time it, because, you know, I'm so used to NES timing. You know, it gets to the very edge of the platform, like it does in this, and then you jump. And since they moved that, whoa, I didn't know that was possible. And since they moved that in the Mega Man Powered Up version, the first time I played it, shit, oh, I thought I just died. That really fucked me up. Anyway, I really don't know why that part causes people so many problems. I mean, it did cause me a couple problems, but as I was saying, I guess I never finished saying, in the PSP version, they changed the place where the platforms go down. But in this version, like, this entire game moves slightly slower than the NES version. And for someone who's memorized, literally, the timing of those, it fucks me up just slightly. Slightly annoying. But, hey, deal. Don't fall on the spikes. As far as I remember, this may not be true. If anyone does know for sure, feel free to correct me. That, straight up, is not gettable. That's a much larger gap, and you can't get that without the magnet beam. I know that, well, maybe you can get it without the magnet beam, but I never have, let's put it that way. And I've tried for it many a time. But, as far as I know, they did not remove the, if you are invulnerable and you land on spikes, you die thing. They kept that intact, and it's really annoying. Well, actually, it's not really annoying. It's one of the reasons why I like the game. But most people, I bet, would find it annoying. How's that? But yes, they did most definitely make that free life easier to get. They moved it down on the platform, and they made the pit you fall into closer. Well, I mean, they reduced the size of the pit. That's what I'm trying to say. Why am I so not eloquent with my speaking? Do not jump on the blocks. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? That never happens. It looked like the guts block he threw clipped into the ground or broke apart. It was kind of weird. Whatever. I mean, I'm cool with it, I guess. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thank you. I will save. And we will go to Cutman next. I'm not going to demonstrate how they upped his defense in this video because I will in the next video. Obviously, they drastically changed Cutman's level. And the music. I mean, the music, I think, sucks a lot more. It is the same melody, obviously, but the instruments used are a lot different. It's a lot lower pitched. It's less tinny, and I think the tinniness of Cutman's level music is part of its charm. The layout is the same, but the design has changed in that it's now inside, and it was not inside originally in the NES version, even though the layout is exactly the same. Which, you know, I guess is cool. I mean, it's inside. I don't really know why they put it inside, but I'm not going to complain. Now we're outside. Okay. Supagata! That reminds me of the song that apparently is in Jet Grind Radio that Krakon most excellently LP'd. That was nice. I enjoyed that LP. There is more than one Susie here in the NES version. Whenever I see the Supercutters, it reminds me of the Super Butter song, which I had heard long before I knew it was in Jet Grind Radio. And it was kind of an inside joke among my friends, and then I watched Krakon's LP, and I was like, holy shit, it's Super Butter! I didn't know the song was in this game, but yeah, whenever I see the Super Cutters, I think of that, and I think it's kind of cheesy, and I like it. Shut up. Yeah. Is that Guts Block down there in the NES version? I think I'm being a little too nerdy. Actually memorizing the locations of Guts Blocks. Ugh. Speaking of Guts Blocks, yeah, I kind of had this rant prepared. Mega Man, this very game that I'm playing right now, although not the Wily Wars version, more correctly, the NES version of this game I'm playing right now is, why am I even trying to kill him? My favorite Mega Man game. I took the time to write out my reason. I took the time to list out all of the Mega Man games between Classic, X, Z, and ZX series, and why they were ranked as such. And this game is my favorite. Out of those 4 series, this one takes the cake. And, you know, a lot of people say they don't like this because it's too hard, because it's glitchy as hell, which is, they're both valid statements. Because the weapons suck, I think that would be my main reason for not liking it, because the weapons suck. Fucking Super Arm is one of the most worthless weapons ever. Hyper Bomb sucks, and Firestorm isn't all that useful, and Ice Slasher is also useless, outside of maybe one scenario in Wily 1, and Fireman. There's no point for Ice Slasher. But this is still my favorite Mega Man. And here's Cutman. Ooh, wow. Ha! Yeah, he still takes half damage. Half his health bar damage per... Wow! That was an incredible arc, and I guess you guys are now going to see the fact that he doesn't take damage anymore. It's actually 1 line of health. I was mistaken. I said 2. I wish it was 2. Also, his recoil is a lot less when he gets hit. I guess it's not recoil, but his shock, whatever, wave thing is a lot less. And in the refight, you don't get the Guts Blocks in the room, so you're basically fucked. Which really sucks, especially in the remake when the pea shooter deals 1 line of damage as opposed to 4. I mean, come on. Maybe it doesn't deal 4. Maybe it deals 3. But I know it deals more than usual. And that's partly why people recommend going with Cutman first, even though I wouldn't recommend going with Cutman first, because Elect Man is weak to Rolling Cutter, and if you do Elect Man after Cutman straight off, you can't get the Magnet Beam. Also, there is a safe spot in the NES version if you stand on the very edge of those platforms. That does not exist in the Wily Wars version. And it pisses me off. Yeah, anyway. Come on. Hit him, thank you. As far as I recall, Elect Man's defense has not been upped. So he should still fall in 2 or 3... I want to say casts, but shots of the Rolling Cutter. Also, if you know, while the long jump still sort of exists, I can still do that. Oh, they gave you some buffer time in the NES one. The bottom block disappears at the exact same time the top block appears, and they gave a little lag time between them. In this one, that's kind of cool. But anyway, the long jump in Mega Man 2 still sort of exists in this. If you'll see, he kind of shoots out his foot instead of going totally to his teleport animation. And this is actually the first game where you could see the bottom of Mega Man's foot. Why do I know that? I don't know that. Also, the spawn location of these dudes is a little different, possibly because the ladder's closer to the wall than it was in the NES. But in the NES one, you can climb the ladder and you will not get hit by the first 2, but you would get hit by the 3rd. And in this, obviously, as you saw, you get hit by the first one coming down, which is not the case. Same for this. Yeah, same general concept, different areas of spawning. Whatever. Pull out the super arm. What I'm... Oh, it didn't give a sound thing. It does not respawn. NES version, everything respawns. Absolutely everything. Including the magnet beam. And if you waste the magnet beam and go back and get the magnet beam, it'll refill all of the magnet beam. And obviously that did not happen in this version. So they cut the respawn rates for at least the magnet beam, probably most items as well. Get a free life, go off the screen, go back, and a free life will still be there in the NES. Although most of the time, free lives are in places pretty unable to exploit like that. But yeah, just a thought. In fact, I think all of the free lives are. Maybe you could do it in Bomb Man stage if you had the magnet beam, but I never thought to check that. Which is weird, considering how many times I've played this game. But oh well. I'm not even gonna try. Yeah. It is very, very possible that I'm going to die. Oh god, whoa. Those are a lot less visible, holy shit. The only reason I stopped is because I remembered they were here. I actually had to look to see if I could see them. It's kind of annoying, to be quite honest. It is very probable I'm going to die at a luck man, but you know what? Fuck it. At least the climbing is still auto. Man, he looks like he has downs. Yeah, wow. Didn't even have time to jump. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got those things again. Oh, Jesus fuck. I am retarded. So anyway, yeah, overall, generally, I don't like this game. Wily Wars, not Mega Man 1. As I mentioned previously, Mega Man 1's my favorite Mega Man. But, the adaptation, it didn't make the port very smoothly, let's say. Electman's weapon travels faster in this, and it's more centralized. It's more of a direct beam. It's a wider beam in the NES. But yeah, I don't think it made the games, all three of the games, 1 through 3, made the transition very well from NES to Genesis. The graphics update, I guess, is nice, but the game runs slowly, a lot slower, and for someone who plays Mega Man as much as I do, you know, I have the timings memorized on the NES. I want something similar to the NES, and the timings are all off. Naturally, I would suppose. And that's rather annoying. And at times it makes the game easier. Yellow Double Fight in this game and in Mega Man 3 both, especially the Mega Man 3B, is laughably easy because of the slowdown. But most of the time, it actually makes the game harder. Buoyancy was added for this area. Buoyancy, Mega Man is not buoyant in Mega Man 1 for NES, or I believe he's not buoyant and powered up either in the old style mode anyway. Yeah. I think this is the only version of Mega Man to have buoyancy in Iceman stage anyway. They did that at Mega Man 2 obviously. Why am I going for this health when I was full health? They did obviously add that for Bubble Man stage in Mega Man 2. I'm gonna cheese the hell out of this. What am I doing? Oh yes. They also, because of the whole buoyancy thing, this part is really fucking weird. They also changed magnet beam physics, which is why I'm fucking up so much. I know it sounds like I'm just making excuses, but it does take a lot of getting used to when you're so used to NES Mega Man 1 physics. This is really weird. I'm not used to being able to actually jump that high in this area. This is not going to work. There we go. Christ. Normally I can do that, no problem. Hell, I did it for the emasculation station, no problem. On the NES version. As I said, you know, some of the timings are off, some of the jump distances have been changed, and some of the glitches still exist. I could have swore I hit that platform. Some of the hitboxes still obviously don't work. Oh boy, this is not going to be like the fucking Mega Man 1 LP Iceman vid, because that was horrid. Wow. You can make that jump in the NES one. Whatever. Not like it matters. I can still make it. Alright, let's see if they change this any. Doing this the legit way, because I'm out of Magnet Beam now. Woo-woo. Oh, fuck! Oh, wow. They did change that. Once again, it's this, the change of a simple block lag between them disappearing and reappearing. It's not instantaneous disappear and reappear anymore, which was also demonstrated in other places. In the normal NES, this whole platform scenario thing is glitchy as fuck. If you get hit, you might as well be dead. Even if you manage to stay on the platforms, chances are you're going to clip through the platforms. It's really not any fun. Which is why I posted the challenge in the emasculation station. Beat Iceman's place without the Magnet Beam. Normally I do fully admit to Magnet Beaming the hell out of that. However, this place gave me a little more trouble, so I wasted my Magnet Beam trying to figure out the physics for it. Which I shouldn't have done. I really shouldn't have done, because obviously, as I've just done twice now, it's rather easy once you figure it out. Get the timing down and whatnot. But this place, in the NES version, is probably one of the hardest spots in the game. I scratched my eye and then I put my fingers down in the wrong keys. Jesus Christ, why am I sucking so badly? And what I'm curious to know is if you know you get hit and you do manage to stay on the platforms, are you gonna drop through them like you do in the NES one? That is what I'm curious to know. But I'm not gonna test it out if I have a choice. Let's put it that way. But yeah, that is probably one of the hardest spots in the game, simply because Jesus, the platforms are just simply erratic, like completely erratic. Well, at least I have yet to find a pattern to them, and I've played the game a fair amount. Well, not this game, but the NES one. I can really stop talking about that now. Jesus. I'd be so annoyed with myself if I was watching this video. Thankfully I'm not. Ha! I just make them. Come on. Get over. Jesus Christ, get over here. My eye itches. I want to scratch it, but I don't want to because you might come over here. Oh boy. Oh, Mr. Platform. I'm gonna start singing, dude. You don't want me to start singing, Mr. Platform. I'm gonna start singing to the tune of Jesus, Iceman. And that's not gonna be fun for you. That's I'm scratching my eye. Okay, eye is scratched. And hey. Oh boy. Oh, this is too close for comfort. I'm about to attempt to make that jump, and it's not going to end well. Because, like, you're staying at the distance, which they don't do in NES version. They erratically bounce back and forth, and do not take the same time to go across the same distance. That's disturbing. Here, let's desync them. Get him at a different spawn point. There we go. There. I just had to get them to different spawn points. That's stupid. That's really fucking stupid. I dislike that very, very much. And I like the NES version where they just bounce back and forth at random spots much, much better than this, where they take the same amount of time to traverse the same horizontal distance. Damn. Because that's just too fucking tedious. Is this game over? It's not a game over yet? Well, if I get a game over, I'm gonna cut the video here. good. This is the last life. Simply because it's Ragnar. And I thought I could beat the all 6 Robot Masters in half an hour, which I usually can. However, that appears to not be the case for the Wily Wars, because Wily Wars sucks. So yeah. If I get a game over here, then I'm just going to cut the video. And I will do the other Robot Masters later. I'll do a 3 and 3, basically. Shit. Come on, Oyster. You're better than this. This is embarrassing. Maybe I'll do better in Mega Man 2, because, quite honestly, Mega Man 2 is a lot more recent. There we go. Yes, that was embarrassing. Iceman also is a joke in this version. Oh god, they're synced up again, aren't they? Look at that! That is so retarded. Okay, now they are completely desynced. Good. You shouldn't have to know, like, spawning tricks to get through this platforming section. It just shouldn't have to happen. And it's a very, 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 very bad programming decision on their part. Oh, that's it. Game over. I got an email from my Japanese prof, and I was looking at that up in the corner of my screen. Alright, that's game over. So I'm going to cut the video here. And, I'll do the remaining... Oh, actually, it's only 2 Robot Masters, huh? Well, fuck it. I've already done 4. Let's just go. Continue. I'm gonna cut out a lot of that shit then. Jesus Christ. Maybe it's something to the fact that I'm on 37 hours now, I think, of no sleep. Shit, I'm getting called. Pause the video. Okay, I'm back. That was my mother all worried about me. Wednesday, I go in to see a neurologist to see if I have MS or not. And I found out today that my pectoral minor on my right side is about 1.5 inches higher than it is on my left side. And my spinal therapist, actually, was surprised I could move my right arm at all, which was fantastic. So, recommended therapy for that as well, and I have the only insurance company in the state that will cover massage therapy, so he recommended that. And I called my parents to tell them all that stuff, and they just called me back. Yay! Yeah, I am an insurance company's worst nightmare. Which, you know, I'm cool with. I really don't care. Hey, I have the magnet beam now! Alright. I don't think I mentioned this previously, but the magnet beam extends much, much, much slower than it... I still managed to fucking die. I still managed to goddamn motherfucking piece of shit die. Jesus Christ. Unbefucking-leavable. Come on, Oyster. You are so much better than this. I'm sorry, oh shit. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I rage at myself. Self-deprecating because I'm bad at Mega Man, that's pretty sad. I don't have much other stuff to do with my time, I can't really get around. Walking is difficult for me. I can post an EN thread about it. I'm supposed to be in Korea right now. Oh well. Oh, yep. Check that out. Weapon energy does not respawn. If this were NES, that weapon energy would have respawned. I don't think I would have enough weapon energy to get across. Yes, I do. Ha ha ha! Ta-da! And I can magnet beam across. And get a free life. Rockin'. Alright, I got this down now. I'm not going to be using magnet beam again, so I don't need that. Now, I did mention this already, but, Mega Man 1 is my favorite Mega Man out of all of them. Out of the 4 main series, anyway. I'm not counting Game Boy Mega Mans, even though it would top those. I'm not counting any of the spin-offs, Rockboard, Super Adventure Rockman. Those aren't spin-offs, but someone in the IRC channel called them spin-offs earlier, and I kind of adopted that. But Battle Networks, well, Mega Man would top that anyway, but I don't count those in the list. But that's just because it's one of the most difficult, and it started, you know, the entire series. Iceman is a lot easier, by the way. There's a lot more lag. His ice slashers move a lot slower. But yeah, I mean, it's my favorite because it started the series. Without Mega Man 1, there'd be no Mega Man 2 or anything else. And it's one of the most difficult, and everyone knows I like difficulty. However, one of my major beefs with Mega Man 1 is not that it's buggy as fuck. I don't really care if it's buggy as fuck. It's part of the charm. It's old, you know? It's gonna suffer from that. My major beef with it is there's one, maybe 2 weapons that are useful. Thunderbeam and Rolling Cutter. Firestorm? Good concept, poor execution. It's really only useful for Bomb Man. It's not even really useful for Bomb Man. And Copy Machine, that's the name, jeez. And Wily Form 1. What am I doing down here? I never take this route. Get back up there. Yeah, got used to the magnet beam physics. Extends so much slower, and you can kind of tell that it extends in segments. It didn't do that in the NES one at all. Now this pit right here that I'm gonna jump into is my favorite pit in the NES one. I love it, I love it. And they changed it into a real pit in this. In the NES one, I believe it is the only pit in any Mega Man that you could jump down in and you wouldn't fall through. You just kind of hang out and you could only have your head visible. And it was wonderful. I loved it because, you know, the novelty. It was the only pit I knew of that you could do that. And they changed it in this one. They made it shitty. They made it into a real pit. But yeah, I mean, the magnet beam extends in segments. And it didn't do that in the original. It was just a solid beam and extended a lot faster. But there's Thunderbeam and maybe Rolling Cutter are the only useful ones. Hyper Bomb is too slow to be useful. Really only useful for Gutsman. Why am I not magnet beaming right here? Whatever. Ice Slasher. Again, good concept. Not enough useful places for it. Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge for Game Boy Fireman stage had more uses for Ice Slasher. Maybe you'd use it in Wily 1 with the spam of Big Eyes at the very beginning to freeze them in their jumping position so you can get past them. But other than that, it's really only useful for Fireman. You know, Super Arm is dependent on background blocks, which, if they aren't present, you can't use it. So really, the weapons in this game suck, is what I'm trying to say. And one of the reasons why I like some of the games is because of the weapons. And Mega Man 1 doesn't have that, but it's still my favorite. Fireman, if you didn't notice, was a fuck ton easier. He only fired 1 Firestorm at once, whereas in the original NES version, he would fire 3 at once. They were much harder to dodge, along with the fire on the ground. The glitch does not work where if you stand on the edge, the fire on the ground glitches into the wall, and it goes away. Anyway, that's all the Robot Masters, clocking in at 39 minutes, holy shit. And that's all. And in the NES one, it had a picture of Wily standing there. And now they changed it to Dr. W. Whatever. That's cool. We'll tackle him in the next Wily Wars video. Later, guys.